Hey, this is Chris from Guitarmy, and in today's episode of Riff I'm going to be showing you how to play an 80s classic riff by the band The Scorpions called Big City Nights. I chose to do this guitar riff this week because I wanted to do an easier guitar riff. I've been doing harder ones by Van Halen, Rat, and Dokken, stuff like that, more challenging. So I thought I need to do a beginner, like a beginner or late beginner kind of guitar riff for those of you that haven't been playing as long and can't pull off Eddie Van Halen guitar riffs. So that's why I chose this guitar riff for this week. All right, so let's learn how to play this. So right off the bat, this riff is in standard tuning, and I'm pretty sure it is in A minor. I'm making that educated guess because they're using the notes A, B, D, E, and F. And then they're also going to a G chord. So in an A minor scale is... And in this guitar riff, they play every one of those chords except the 2 chord, which is a B minor 7 flat 5. They don't put that in there for obvious reasons. Doesn't really belong in a pop rock song. All right, so in the first measure, we're coming in on the and of 4 with an A power chord. That's what that 0-2 is there. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna let it keep ringing. We're gonna let it keep ringing to the and of 1 in the second measure. So we're going 4 and 1 and. It says palm muted. I honestly, if you're playing it nice and fast, whether you palm mute that open A or not, I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference. But we're going to palm mute it. So we're going 1 and then we're going to play that 0-3 on beat 2, which sounds kind of cool. And that's why I believe this is A minor, because they're putting that F in there. So it's going 4 and 1 and 2. Then on beat 3, back to an A power chord, 3. And then on beat 4, we're going to do a palm muted open E. And then we're going to go up here to this 8-10 at the end of measure 2. And that is just an F5 power chord, just an F power chord. So far we have 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, and now in this riff, you're going to see a couple different spots where it says palm muted open E, palm muted open A, maybe a D. Just so you know, that doesn't really matter that much, whether you hit the open A or the open E. It's like a guitar thing, like going. So here, I'll demonstrate. I'm going to play that, the beginning, the first measure with an open E and an open A, and let me know if it's a huge difference to you. Or, so that was with the open E's, this will be with A. It doesn't make much of a difference, does it? So I wouldn't, that's one of those details where you might get worked up about it if you haven't been playing guitar a long time. But the more you play guitar, the more you can be a little flexible with those, since it's more of a rhythm thing that I believe is happening. All right, at the end of measure 2, when we go into that F power chord on the end of 4, we're going 4 and, then it holds over 1 and, then we're going on beat number 2, we're going down to an E, 2, then we're going down here to a D on beat 3, 3, and then we're going to rest on 4, and then we're going to move over to a G power chord on the end of 4. So to play the end of 2 and measure 3 again, it's going to go 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Now, when I did my recording, I heard a little squeaking in there, and that really annoys me. It's hard to slide, it's hard to kind of get around real quickly without getting a little string noise. So I just decided to not worry, like instead of recording it 40 times to try to avoid going. Like that was pretty good, where you have to kind of mentally think, hey, lift your fingers up just enough so you're not getting the string noise. If I was recording an album, yeah, then I would do it until I didn't hear that. But just for like a quick little lesson, it's not really worth worrying about. All right, so let's recap the first 3 measures so far. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and. All right, now that brings us down to measure number 4. So in measure number 4, we're coming in, we're already holding that. This G power chord is being held over from measure number 3. So it's going 4 and then it's going to go 1 and 2 and that's a pretty big stretch. If you're not used to playing blues shuffle, like if you're not used to stretching that pinky up there, it's a pretty big stretch depending on the size of your hand. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. You could lift this finger up. If you can't keep your ring finger down while putting this one down, the pinky, you could switch. You could do that. All right, so we're going 4 and 1 and 2, and that's a palm muted G there on the end of 2. And then we're going 3. Then once again, we're going up here to this D sus4. It's a G triad. I said D, but it's a G, and it says to hit that open D there. It doesn't even say to palm mute it, but to me that's more of a like me. I'm just rhythmically hitting the string because I want to feel where 4 is, like 4 and so. You know, you could be super accurate if you want to go for that open D, but whether it's an open D or an open A, I don't think it really matters too much, and I promise you no one's going to hear that. So you're going, we'll play it for now. We're playing that open D 4. I'm going to play it like a palm mute. And then basically what we're going to here is a G triad. This 7-8-8 or 7-8-7, that's the G triad. Same as a D chord, just slid up here to fret 7 and 8. Except they're not coming in just on this straight G triad. He's putting his pinky down on the first string 8th fret, which turns it into basically a G sus4. We're going 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and when you go from 3 to the end of 3, that's when you take your pinky off. 3 and then you're going to hit a random open that says open, the D string open, but like I said before, it doesn't matter whether you hit A or D, it's going to be fine, because then you're going to go 4 and then go back to that open D. So I'm going to come in on measure number 4 with this. I'm going to come in with that, and we'll play measures 4 and 5. So here we go. Coming in at the end of measure 3, we're going 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and basically what the riff is, you just play it twice and then you have the whole riff down. Now I'm going to go ahead and play it up to speed for you, and then I'm also going to play through it slowly as well for you to practice. Hey, thanks for taking the time to check out this episode of Riff View. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing to the channel, hit the like button, maybe leave a comment down below. That would be great. It really helps out my channel. And I will see you in the next episode. And remember, Riff View.